So starting a YouTube channel as a full-time or a part-time side hustle can lead to a really great amount of income. But there's been huge mistakes in multiple channels that I have personally failed. I'm going to tell you what you need to know before you start your YouTube channel. Welcome to the channel. My name is Matt. I am Mike's twin brother on his channel, Your Driver Mike. And even I, yes, have a YouTube channel of my own, and I have failed multiple times, and I've wasted countless hours. I've given up too soon. I've wasted time and money. And I want to tell you how much money you can make. Is it worth it? How long does it take? And share all the things that I've learned to get to where I am right now, making a very good side income. So if you're a busy individual, if you're thinking about, maybe you've watched videos and thought to yourself, I could do that, we're gonna go over exactly what it takes. So can you make a full-time income? Yes. Can you make hundreds or thousands of dollars every single month selling products or making money from ads on YouTube still in 2022 or whenever you're watching this video? Yes. Is it going to take much longer than you might think? Yes. And here's the thing. Anything that is worth great success will take time, and YouTube is no different. But the thing is, imagine doing what you love, or performing, or writing, or doing whatever it is, and broadcasting it to a large audience and getting paid for it, gaining subscribers and things like that. Well, how much time really does it take? So what you want to know before you start your YouTube channel is, yes, it's going to take longer than you think, but you have to imagine getting paid for broadcasting or performing or whatever it happens to be for your viewers, for your subscribers, getting paid to do what you love, essentially what you would enjoy doing for free. But here's what you need to know. You want to learn how to do it properly, because you can waste a lot of time being long-winded, not coming up with good thumbnails. You want to learn how to storytell and give real, authentic examples. And there's a lot of analytics that you can get into once you start making videos. How many views should I get? What's a good click-through rate? There's a lot of numbers behind the scenes, but what you want to know is start plugging in those questions to YouTube. You want to know this before you start. You want to know some of those answers. How do I make a good thumbnail? How do I not be long-winded? There's so many tips, and on my brother's channel that you're watching right now, Your Driver Mike, on how to exactly do this. Here's also the big tip in point number 1, and we're about to move on to point number 2 of 4, so stick around to the end of the video. These are all really important. Yes, it'll take longer than you think, but you really want to stick with it. You want to know, okay, anybody can post a video. Anybody can sit in front of the camera, talk about something, and you just sit back and wait to get paid. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works. You do need to follow those tips that I just mentioned. It all matters. The thumbnail, the storytelling, everything. You want to be to the point. You want to research the best practices on how to master all of those things, and you will be on your way to making income, either a side or full-time income for you talking about what you love. It's great that you want to start a YouTube channel. Here's a big tip that you want to know before you start, and that is finding a mentor. Now, it's amazing that it takes one person to do the storytelling, to make the thumbnails. You can do it all yourself, and you collect all of the income from your hard work. But you don't have to do it alone, and a mentor will really help. There's so many coaches out there, and we really appreciate your time on this channel, but a mentor has been there and done that. They've succeeded. They've gone from part-time, like my brother, to making almost no money on YouTube, literally $0, to now supporting himself as a full-time YouTuber, sharing information with his audience. So more about what you need to know before you start your YouTube channel is what Mike talks about, E3. Educate, execute, and expand. You want to educate yourself on some of the best practices, like we said, the storytelling, thumbnails, reading those analytics. And what does this have to do with making income? Well, this gets you people viewing your channel. Channels like Think Media, channels like Nick Nimmin. Those are ones that I have personally watched probably hundreds of hours, and I know Mike has too. Again, it's called Think Media and Nick Nimmin. They're some of the founding people on YouTube for coaching you on growing your YouTube channel, in addition to the content that we're doing right here. but those mentors really help you give consistency, coaching, and motivation. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. One of the most enjoyable things for me whenever we're talking about knowledge before beginning your YouTube channel was driving the side hustle space, the gig economy, which is probably why you're here, what Mike teaches. I love, and I would probably do it without even making any money on YouTube. I would drive things like DoorDash and Uber Eats just because I love it, which is why I'm happy to help him on his channel. But this brings us into point number 3. You want to choose the topic for the right reasons. So what you want to know before you start your YouTube channel, it might sound like common sense. Yes, pick your passion. I totally get that. Well, Matt, my passion is music and nobody likes how I sing. I don't understand why. They don't like my content. They're not watching. Well, just be patient, because if you edit your videos and you get right to the good stuff, and you really practice and you become really your best at delivering your message and you're passionate, that will come through, and hopefully it does for you watching this video. Also, what you want to know before you start your YouTube channel, in addition to finding a mentor, doing it for the right reasons, remember, you want to educate, execute, and expand. And what does that mean? And a lot of this information, go check out yourdrivermike.com. There's step-by-step guides, like 1 through 10. It's written out, it's super easy if you really like to review something and have something in hand. But this is what it means. There's a lot of ways to make income. So you're doing this to get paid to do your passion. At the very minimum, you just want to get your message out there, because maybe you won't make a lot of money to begin with. Remember, it takes longer than you think. We talked about that in point 1. This whole E3 concept, what that means is there's multiple streams of income. So maybe you make a little bit of money selling products on your channel. Maybe you talk about products and you say, hey, if you like this product like I do, you can buy it over here, and you make some commission doing that. And you're also making maybe ad revenue from your videos. Maybe you're selling merchandise. There's so many different ways, sponsorships, all these things. And that is also important to know. So when you get a channel going, just remember there's multiple ways to really do well for yourself. And if you follow those steps, you'll get there a lot quicker than a lot of other people. I'm so glad you stayed for this last number 4 concept, what you need to know before you start your YouTube channel. This one is huge. I literally have seen one of my wife's friends start a YouTube channel. I've seen marketing people here in Pittsburgh, they start a YouTube channel. And their channel is getting like 30, maybe 50 views a video, and they've been doing it for years. But you know what the interesting thing is? I've seen this one individual, one of my wife's friends, and she started a YouTube channel, and it was makeup. It was a lot of cool stuff like makeup tutorials, all those type of things, review videos, clothing hauls. But the thing was that she just suddenly stopped, and she was doing really well for maybe 1 year or 2 years. But if you stop right before your channel is literally about to take off, you will never know the full potential. So if you get a few dozen views, who knows, that next month, all of a sudden the YouTube algorithm, if you will, catches your channel and just catapults it into the atmosphere, and you're making more money than you've ever made before. Remember, this is a side hustle. It takes longer than you think it might take. But persistence when it comes to YouTube is key. That's how you get rewarded. Now, if anybody could post a video of maybe a makeup tutorial or a cooking channel and within 3 months make $100,000, everybody would be doing it, right? And we'd have YouTubers all over walking around town, just working for themselves. But the reality is, I don't want you to give up. And if you're getting a few dozen views, have realistic expectations that maybe that next month it could really take off. That was my failure. In past channels, I talked about how I've wasted time and money. Now, what I was doing were other passions of mine, but it just didn't pan out because the fire wasn't there. I just gave up too soon. So you see what I mean? If you give up too soon, that next month could really take off. So I want you to know all 4 of these points before you start your YouTube channel. And we are here to support you and push you along on your way to get you to your goals. As someone who's been there and done that and failed multiple times to now having a successful channel and helping out my brother on his channel, Your Driver Mike. I really do think that these 4 tips will help you along your way, almost like a shortcut, if you will, to bypass all of the mistakes that I've made in the past, and hopefully you can learn from. So take those 4 points and run with it, and you'll be well on your way to getting to your goals on YouTube now that you know some things before you start your channel. Again, my name is Matt. I am Mike's twin brother on his channel, Your Driver Mike. Make sure to drop a like if you did like this video, and you can also click or tap the screen here for a video recommended to you, and we will see you in the next one.